Everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. We have a new guest today on the channel. They should not need an introduction if you guys are used to suppressors. They've been around for quite some time and they pretty much have a stranglehold on the precision rifle community, and that is Thunder Beast Arms. So this is a first for them today on the channel, and they sent the new Magnus with the SR mount for their first suppressor review here on the channel. They are also going to be at Suppress Fest 2022 this November. Again, day one on Saturday is sold out, unfortunately, but day two, we have plenty of tickets left for Sunday, November 13th. So go ahead and click the link in the description below, or just go to suppressfest.com and you guys can read up on the event, see all the awesome companies coming, and then of course, buy your tickets and join us out there in November, which is gonna be really cool. You'll be able to hear cans like this in person, and of course, all the other companies that are gonna be out there. So, first things first, let's try to get through this as fast as possible here in the studio. We're gonna cover the in-depth details on the suppressor itself, and then we're gonna hit the range and see what it sounds like. Let's get to it. All right, so this is the SR, and that is referencing the mount, and that means secondary retention system here, okay? So we'll cover that more in detail here in a minute, but there are three versions of this suppressor available, but today we're gonna cover the SR version. So the SR Magnus, or the Magnus SR, should you say, comes in an overall length of 9.7 inches. That is including the mount. It comes in with a diameter of 1.8 inches and a total weight with the mount on the end of the gun of 17.7 ounces. Now this is 100% titanium construction, so the tube and the baffle stack on the inside is all going to be titanium. As far as your finishes, this one has a nice matte black high temperature Cerakote on it. They also have flat dark earth and OD green as options. As far as your caliber rating, okay, this is a 30 caliber bore aperture. It is rated up to 300 Norma mag. So pretty much everything below that as well. So, you know, your 5.56, your 6.5 Creedmoor, 6mm, and then of course everything up, you know, 308, 300 Win Mag, stuff like that, 300 Norma. So pretty stout can. It is larger, high volume, and as you'll find out later today, it's probably going to sound pretty good. I have not shot the suppressor yet, but everybody's talking about it, and the metering numbers, we'll get to that in just a second. Now, as far as the firing schedule, this is a precision bolt rifle suppressor, okay? Full titanium construction. This is meant for slow fire. However, if you get the SR version that I have here, because of the design of the muzzle brake, it acts as a sacrificial unit there inside the blast chamber, and it is actually rated for 5.56 full auto, which I thought was pretty cool. So in a pinch, you could have some fun with it. They did do a test, I believe 8 to 10 mags, I believe, of full auto fire and then rest. I mean, it's pretty stout considering what it is. Personally, I have other suppressors that meet that criteria, that can handle full auto abuse, that are shorter, smaller, more wieldy on the end of a, you know, Mark 18. So I wouldn't particularly subject this to that abuse schedule, but it's nice to know that I can handle it. Now let's cover meter data. Now if you go to their website, you'll have a plethora of information there. They pretty much have everything that we're discussing right now, even videos of the metering. Just to help you guys out, I'll actually put links from their factory metering videos in the video description below, so you can find it a lot easier, or you can go to their website. Matter of fact, I'll put the link to the Magnus SR on their website in the description below as well. But while we are on it, quick metering numbers. 6.5 Creedmoor came in at 126.6 decibel average at the muzzle and 111.9 at the shooter's ear. That's a 24-inch barrel accuracy international, chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. Guys, that is ridiculous. 111 decibels at the shooter's ear. 308 Winchester, again, 20-inch barrel, accuracy international platform, 126.7 decibels at the muzzle and 113.7 at the shooter's ear. If you really want to spice things up, they tested 300 Norma Magnum Came in, again, the platform was a 26-inch Accuracy International, chambered in 300 Normal Mag, 135.1 decibels at the muzzle, and 122.1 at the shooter's ear. That's simply astonishing. So right now, it's kind of king dingling as far as large, high volume precision bolt cans right now. And that's why everybody's talking about the Magnus, because they really made some good headway with the updated design here. So again, this is the SR. They also have kind of their traditional mounting system, the CB, and then they also have the hub. So if you're kind of stuck with certain, mounting devices out there, they do have the 1.375 by 24 thread pitch hub version of the suppressor, and you can put your own adapters on the back. That being said, it is Thunder Beast arms. They've always held accuracy higher than suppression, and suppression just kind of became kind of just as important byproduct. From what everybody's saying out here, the mounting system, considering this is QD on the SR, is very precise and is leading to little to no point of impact shift, and it does have perfect zero repeatability, meaning I can put this on my gun, zero it in with the suppressor, take it off and remove it as many times as I want, and every time I put it back, it's going to be dead nuts right back on zero. So that's pretty cool. MSRP, pretty steep. You got a lot going on here. Titanium, high suppression levels, high accuracy levels, so you're going to pay for it. The CB mount starts at, I believe, $1,610, so $1,610, and then this bad boy right here is $1,930, and it does come with one mount. So pretty steep, but if it does perform like it's supposed to, those of you guys in the precision rifle realm, you're not going to think twice, because your scopes and rifles are already exceeding $10,000 without a suppressor. So just under a $2,000 suppressor is not going to really break the bank for y'all. Okay, now that I have that out of the way, all the specs, I want to show you guys the mount and why I love it so. So I already threw it on my Accuracy International chassis Remington 700 here. And let me tell you the best part about this brake. It is a non-timed brake. You do not have to time it. You do not have to screw with shims. Thank you, Thunder Beast Arms, for that. I think they also have like one you can time as well, but I want no business with that. This is fine. So let's cover the mount and why it's pretty neat. The majority of your QD mounts are going to have, a ratcheting system corresponding with teeth, like you guys can see here on their SR mount. Now, what differs between this and the ratcheting system is this is not a ratcheting system, it's a cam lock system. So I'm going to show you a close-up B-roll shot here, and I'm going to operate the collar, and you're going to see when I lock it, the cam protrudes into the center bore line where the actual mount would be, okay? And then I didn't get a close-up shot of it because it's kind of hard, but you'll see on the other side of that cam lock, you might be able to see it in the shot, there's a small male protrusion, and that's going to actuate and that's going to clamp into these teeth here on the rear of the SR brake. So again, this is secondary. Typically, what I found shooting all these new taper lock cans, you have a taper here, as you can see on the brake, and it corresponds with a taper surface on the inside of the suppressor. When you engage those Acme threads, make sure this is unlocked. Yeah, it's unlocked. And you have the suppressor threads pulling against the threads on the muzzle brake, and those two taper surfaces doing this, okay? Just that friction alone pulling against each other is going to, usually 99% of the time, prevent this from backing off at all. And you don't need to like wrench it on. Just give it a little snug, tight, you're good to go. This is a SR, secondary retention. So to ensure that no matter what, it will not come undone, you just grab this ring and click it over into the lock position. Super simple, user intuitive. Got some close-up shots of there. There's no resistance here really. It's nice and smooth operation. Hopefully you're not going to have any problems with that. Oh, well, look what I did. I didn't put my muzzle brake on tight enough. And I don't know why I'm talking like that. So earlier when I was shooting the B-roll, I just threw the brake on to get some shots, and I didn't wrench it on. So yeah, make sure you torque your muzzle devices on properly so that doesn't happen. But that's what it looks like with the muzzle brake stuck inside where you don't want it. So let's go ahead and screw that back on. And I do not have much of the wrench flats protruding here, so hopefully I'll be able to tighten this thing on good enough and then back it back off the threads so I don't have a problem. Well, I'll screw that later. There's just enough there. I might be able to put it in the edge of my vise and just nudge it just enough. So use your note. Torque on muzzle device properly before you toy with your new toy, so you don't do what I just did. Okay guys, I think that wraps up the studio. Let's try to just get through this a little faster here. Let's get out to the range. Cliff notes: full titanium suppressor, full auto rated for 5.56, handles up to 300, Norma Magnum, and super quiet on the market right now. Might be king. We're gonna have to do some more research on that, and their website has a plethora of information out there for you guys to dig through and do your own research. But without further ado, let's grab some host, hit the range, and see how she does. me. Doing that again. Steel. That is impressive. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. It's certainly nice to get out here and do some shooting. It's been about a week and a half for me, which is quite a long time. So let's go with the cons, I guess you could say. On the full auto, on the M16 lower, it can handle it, but I was getting a little gassy in the face. Now, I don't know if that's attributed to the M193 ammunition I was using, but I was certainly getting a lot of back pressure. It's a very high volume can. It's going to trap a lot of gas, specifically on a short 11.5-inch barrel, I believe is what I was using. So as far as the gas settings, I was using a rifle speed adjustable gas system on there on setting 10, and I did not adjust it in between unsuppress and suppress. So the rate of fire change is what the suppressor would do. I did not change the gas setting at all. So it is doable in a pinch. Certainly there's going to be better suppressors out there that can handle full auto fire with less gas in your face and that are in a smaller footprint. But if you're watching this video and you're contemplating a $1,900 precision rifle can, chances are you have a bunch of high abuse rated AR-15 suppressors in your safe already. Now, as far as 300 blackout, damn. Just to my trained ear, probably one of the quietest suppressors I've ever heard shoot on that rifle. I was using the 220 grain Hush subsonic ammunition from Freedom Munitions. I still have a small stockpile left Once it's gone, I'll have to find something else out there. But I was using the same ammo for the unsuppressed and suppressed scenes as usual, and it sounded freaking awesome. I think in one of the scenes, I actually hit a puddle of water at the base of the berm. You can hear it swack and just nail that water and echo. To give you an idea of the bullet impact masking the gun report, that's how loud it is. You can hear the rounds, the 220 grain rounds, slamming into the muddy berm. Pretty cool. Had almost a Hollywood tweet sound to it, if you know what I mean. It had it kind of on the end of the frequency, and when it would drop off, you could hear it to your ear out here in person. I don't know if it's going to reflect well at home, but it sounded pretty badass. On the 308, definitely helped with recoil, as suppressors normally do. Sounded great. Didn't need ear protection at all. Recoils was reduced, and accuracy, I don't know if it improved, but it did not shift at all. I didn't want to bore you to death by doing a bunch of slow fire shooting, so I'll throw up some B-roll. I'll throw up some B-roll on the screen. I did 2 5-round groups. First, I fired 1 round onto the IDPA target to see where it was, because I was shooting at 50 yards, and put 1 round on it. Okay, and then I aimed at that bullet hole. Okay, so obviously I shot a little lower because the scope's not adjusted for 50 yards. Once I had a 5-round group on there, I went ahead and circled it so we knew which was the unsuppressed group. Threw the suppressor on, fired another 5-round group, aiming at that same first bullet hole that I marked with a T so I could see it in the crosshairs easily. And much to my amazement, I guess I shouldn't be amazed because TBAC's known for accuracy, it did not shift at all. I'll have to review the footage to see if it tightened the group, but I was definitely getting bullet hole in bullet hole on the cardboard there. So 2 5-round groups, 0 shift. Don't know if it improved accuracy at all, but it did not shift at all. It's been a long time since I've seen something like that. So accuracy, super impressive. Sound suppression, also super impressive. A little gassy on your AR-15 platform. That's my takeaway. Loved the mount, never came loose the entire day. Even when the suppressor heated up and I had to use gloves off camera to move it from host to host, I didn't have any binding or anything like that. Everything unlocked nice, even when both metals between the mount and the collar there were warm. So that was good to note. So yeah, all in all, did really well, which it should be at its price point. Again, I keep touching base on that because this is the top of the price point there for rifle suppressors that aren't, you know, large bore like 338, 50 BMG. But handsome looking can. It's backed by an awesome company, and they will be at Suppress Fest for you guys to hear this in person along with the rest of their lineup. So if you haven't heard, I'm sure you have, go to suppressfest.com. We still have tickets left for day 2 on November 13th on that Sunday. Don't miss out. I think there's less than 100 tickets left. Once they're sold, that is it. We will not be selling any at the door. Don't miss out. Huge shout out to my patrons and of course to a warehouse. They're awesome. They hook us up with ammo to get out here and alleviate some cost while filming. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. A lot more videos coming. Please click that like and subscribe button. It does help the organic reach here on YouTube. And I'll see you next week.